Picture this. A romance that no one saw coming suddenly turns into one of the year's most talked about scandals, leaving fans questioning whether it's driven by genuine love or something more calculated. Blanco, the producer behind some of Justin Bieber's biggest hits, is now engaged to Selena Gomez, Justin's former girlfriend, a name forever connected to his in pop culture. The news alone is enough to set the internet buzzing. But the twist that has everyone talking is the idea that Benny's relationship with Selena might not be just about romance. Some wonder if it's also a quiet jab at Justin, a way of settling an old score. It sounds like a plot straight out of a drama series, except this one is unfolding in real life, spilling across social media posts, interviews, and the non-stop chatter of dedicated fan communities. Benny and Justin's connection went far beyond a few casual collaborations. They built a professional history that helped shape modern pop music. Benny co-produced some of Justin's defining tracks, songs like Love Yourself, Cold Water, and Lonely. Together, they created moments that marked turning points in Justin's career, making their partnership one of the most recognized in the industry. But behind all those hit records, the relationship between them wasn't as unshakable as it looked. Reports suggest that when Benny's romance with Selena became public, Justin was caught completely off guard. The news of their engagement only made things more uncomfortable, leading many to believe that whatever friendship they had left had quietly fallen apart. If you put yourself in Justin's position, it's easy to imagine how awkward and maybe even painful it could have been. Benny wasn't just any colleague. He was a longtime creative partner, and Selena wasn't just another ex. She was someone who played a huge role in Justin's personal and public life. Now those two worlds had merged, and for fans, it seemed impossible that there wouldn't be tension simmering underneath. What really kept this story alive, though, were the subtle online moments that fans believe carry a hidden meaning. At one point, a TikTok claiming to be a diss track from Justin to Benny started making the rounds, fueling theories about whether there was more animosity than either side was admitting. Then Benny posted an Instagram photo, just a piece of soggy white bread in the rain, paired with Selena's music. For anyone scrolling casually, it might have looked random or artsy, but for fans who knew that bread had long been part of quirky inside jokes between Justin and his followers, it felt like a pointed reference. Whether Benny meant it that way or not, it was enough to keep the rumor mill spinning. The gossip didn't stop there. A fan account claimed that Justin briefly liked, then unliked, a photo of Benny and Selena kissing. That single tap, whether accidental, impulsive, or intentional, set off a storm of speculation. Was it a slip of the finger, a moment of frustration, or something else entirely? Every theory added another layer to the drama. Around the same time, entertainment media began pushing the same narrative. Justin felt not only let down by Benny as a friend, but also unsettled by the bigger picture, that his ex and his former collaborator were now a public, committed couple. It's a tangled mix of history, emotions, and career ties that no one seems able to cleanly separate. Meanwhile, Benny and Selena's relationship has been moving forward like a story tailor-made for the spotlight. They started dating quietly in mid-2023, went public in December of that year, and by December 2024, they were engaged. On top of their personal connection, they've built a creative one. Their joint album, I Said I Love You First, released in March 2025, became both a critical and commercial success. It debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and claimed the top spot for vinyl sales, showing that their partnership worked just as well in the studio as it did in real life. For Benny, often known as the man working behind the scenes, this was a breakthrough moment, standing next to Selena not just as her fiancé, but as an equal artistic partner. Their upcoming wedding plans have only heightened the public's fascination. The celebration is set for 2 days this September in Montecito, California, with a guest list rumored to rival the scale of the Met Gala. Security is reportedly tight, and insiders say they're working hard to prevent any leaks. Yet even with all the excitement, the same question hangs in the air. Was this relationship purely a matter of timing and chemistry? Or was there an unspoken message aimed at Justin? Online debates are endless. Some argue that Benny pursued Selena with a calculated intent. Others believe it's nothing more than a genuine love story. And a third group sees it all as another cycle of celebrity drama, where every action is overanalyzed until it fits someone's preferred theory. No matter which side you're on, the situation has reshaped the way all three are viewed. Benny has stepped fully into the public eye, no longer just a producer but a headline-making figure. Selena has continued her rise as a major artist while also redefining her image, no longer simply Justin's ex, but a woman in a highly publicized and successful relationship. Justin's position is trickier. Whether he stays silent or drops a hint of his feelings, every move is examined for signs of hurt, betrayal, or indifference. This isn't just a love triangle. It's a collision of personal and professional worlds, playing out where millions can watch in real time. And even though the focus is on Benny and Selena's so-called fairy tale, Justin remains a central, if mostly quiet, part of the story. Every update about the couple seems to link back to him, intentionally or not. Imagine being in his place. Seeing a longtime collaborator and a person who wants to find so much of your private life now building a future together. It's not just about emotions. It's about the shared history, the music, the years of connection. That's what makes this situation so fascinating to watch. It's not simply about who's with who. It's about how all three navigate the overlap between their personal relationships and the industry that first brought them together. And that's the kind of story that people can't stop talking about. The timing alone gave fans plenty to talk about. Benny and Selena went public just as rumors about trouble between Justin and Hailey were spreading. Social media instantly drew comparisons, casting Benny as the devoted partner that some claimed Justin never was. Every time Benny and Selena walked a red carpet or spoke warmly about each other in interviews, certain fans saw it as a quiet dig at Justin and Hailey. When Selena called Benny the easiest music partner I've ever had, it didn't go unnoticed that her words stood in sharp contrast to her past with Justin, where personal turbulence often clashed with their professional work. For many, the relationship looked real, but also like a statement. The theory of a deeper agenda didn't come from thin air. It was fueled by a string of cryptic, almost staged moments. The white bread Instagram post, for example, didn't just disappear into the feed. Fans picked it apart, linking it to old inside jokes from Justin's fandom. Then there was the story of Justin allegedly liking, then unliking, a photo of Benny and Selena kissing. Whether it was an accident or intentional, the fact that it was noticed and shared instantly fed the idea that Justin might be quietly fuming. His silence only adds to the speculation, because in celebrity drama, saying nothing often speaks the loudest. While the internet dissects every move, Benny is thriving in the spotlight. For years, he was the behind-the-scenes hitmaker, well known in the music world but not a household name. Now, between his engagement and the success of I Said I Love You First, he's front and center. Interviews where he talks about his future with Selena, fatherhood, and how much he admires her talent paint him as more than a producer. He's now in the public eye as a celebrity partner, stepping into a space Justin once owned. That's why some fans think this might be more than love, that it's also a way for Benny to boost his own profile while making a subtle statement through the woman most tied to Justin's history. Selena, meanwhile, seems untouched by the chaos. She's denied any cheating rumors, shown open trust in Benny, and leaned into their shared creativity. Her image has shifted, no longer defined by past heartbreak. She's now seen as a woman writing her own narrative with someone who celebrates her fully. Even so, Justin's shadow lingers. Every leak about their upcoming Montecito wedding, celebrity guest lists, tight security, and the luxury setting adds to the sense that this isn't just another marriage, but a major pop culture moment years in the making. What comes next could shape all three of their careers. If Justin remains silent, it might signal a permanent break with Benny, ending any hope of a future collaboration. If he speaks up, through music, interviews, or even subtle social media posts, the drama could spark all over again. For Benny and Selena, the challenge will be shifting focus from the gossip to their work. More music together, more public displays of genuine connection, and of course their wedding could help turn the conversation into one of celebration rather than controversy. But if the online whispers grow louder, they risk having their love story drowned out by speculation. The fans are the real engine driving this story. Some are rooting hard for Benny and Selena, seeing them as a fresh chapter unlinked from Justin. Others take Justin's side, convinced he's been betrayed by two people he trusted. And then there's the crowd that doesn't care about sides at all. They just love the drama, picking apart every post and building theories that keep the cycle alive. So the question remains, is Benny using Selena as a way to get at Justin? Or is this just the natural evolution of two artists who fell in love? Whatever the truth is, this story has already earned its place in modern celebrity history. And judging by the constant stream of speculation, it's not fading anytime soon.